everybody, it's Lori Morlock with Let's Stamp with Lori, and here with me today is...
Hi, my name is Evelyn Doris.
Well, I thought she might stay in here a little longer, but I did shoot a video. She was pretending to be me earlier, so I'll have to post that. Today, we're finally on my last video that I've been late on. This is our Lots of Cheer stamp that is in the annual catalog, and I used it for our Christmas in July. So let's get started. And this is going to be a fun fold card. So I did use the Lots of Cheer stamp set, and again, it is in our annual catalog. It really is cute. For the little swirls you're going to see on my envelope, I used the Merry Christmas to All with this little swirl right here, and that is also still current. And we're going to use the Swirls and Curls textured embossing folder. This is one of my favorites. So let's get started. So I used the Seaside Spray, which is a new in color, and I did still the standard 5.5 by 8.5. Now I scored it at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8, or you could always just 2 1/8, turn it over, 2 1/8. It's the same thing. So we're going to set that to the side for a second. On my panels, let me show you my card real quick. This is what we're making. This is our fun fold. So for my panels, I took 2 pieces of Whisper White, and I did 2 by 5 1/4. Now my inside frame here is just your standard frame, 4 by 5 1/4. And that was in Whisper White too. Now on my little flap here, I used the Seaside Spray, and I did 2 by 3 3/4, and then on my white I did 1 3/4 and 3 1/2. So let me show you how to get started. So on our flaps, as you can see, here's where I used my embossing folder. So I just took both flaps, and here's the nice line that Stampin' Up! Is doing. And I just line these up like this, just so they'll sit there and match. And I just held that down. And let's see, you can line it, there you go. Now I'm going to take the big shot and use just my regular platform. And I'm going to go in. Pull that through. Let's get that out of the way. And then there's my 2 panels. And see, they're just going to look exactly like they match up. So what I did, I took my Seaside Spray ink, and I took a stamping sponge, and I just cut the sponges in quarters, and you'll see that it's looks like it's got ink on it, but I wash these and it just stains it, and I just keep them, reuse them. So I just put the sponge here, and I just started going like this. And you can make it as dark or as light as you would like. Now one of the girls in my class, she just left hers white, and it still looked nice and like, you know, looked like it was snow. So when you get it nice and covered the way you would like it, you just set your sponge off to the side. And I went ahead and used some Winkostella, and I'm really going to shine this up. And I just, can you see how it started sparkling? I just went over everything. And this just, it really does look like a nice snowy day. Just looks like it's all swirling around. I guess as my granddaughter would like, it looks frozen. It does look like the Frozen movie. And then you can just set, once you got it all done, you can set that off to the side. Let's do the other one real fast. And as you can see on this one, you know, I just very lightly did my sponging. Now when I was doing my sample, I just wanted a little bit more blue in one spot, and of course I did it too dark. So that's why mine, on this one, I had to go back you know, but I mean, it looks good either way. So we'll set those off to the side and let those dry. Now we're going to do our snowman. Now we're going to use that on the small 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. We're going to use our Memento ink. We're going to just stamp him up good. And put him in the center. And he's a little off-centered, but that'll work. We can't always have our snowmen straight up. They're sometimes tipping over. So let's go ahead and color him. I used our blends. I used the pumpkin pie for the nose. I used our seaside spray and the purple posy Stampin' Blends, and I used them all in the light. And I did go ahead and use our Stampin' Right black just for the hat. We'll go ahead and do the hat first. There we go. We'll do our nose. And you can color, you know, as much as you want. I mean, you can color the box. I just did these two colors just to show just the two of the new ink colors that I haven't used very much. So I'm excited to use them some more. And this is really, you know, really fast process here with the Stampin' Blends. So there's our seaside spray. Now let's do our purple posy. I feel like I'm sticking my tongue out. I hope I'm not. Oops. Okay, look how fast that was. Okay, so what we're going to do, I sat there and with my Wink of Stella, I went ahead and I didn't mark, you know, fill this in, but I'm just going to take that little bit of a black and I'm going to pull it up, and it's going to kind of be a little, just going to turn that a little kind of a grayish black, kind of like the way that looked. I don't know if y'all can see that. When I turn it around, you can see it better. I'm just going to do our ribbon a little bit. See how it just kind of blended up in there. And always be sure, especially if you use the black first, to kind of wipe off your Wink of Stella. It shouldn't blend in, but just in case, anytime you use a darker color, you don't want it to blend into your lighter ones. Let's get his nose all glistening. Make sure. And see, it's just really simple and really quick. You can never have too much glitter, especially the kind that doesn't rub off. So there we go. So we're done. Looks all nice and shiny. So let's set that off and let's do our stamping. Now let's go ahead and do the inside first, and we're going to use our sentiment. I just touched the black. May your Christmas be wrapped up in holiday spirit. And we're going to use our seaside spray. And I'm just going to kind of set that in the center. There we go. And see, and I don't really like the way that looks. I didn't get that, so I'm going to just turn it over. That's why you want to be sure you don't adhere it first. Let me make sure I don't get black on here. Let's try this again. Press down a little better. Oh, much better, much better. Okay, now I'm going to take the little swirl that we got from the Merry Christmas to All, and I'm just going to cut that down here. And you can put these as close or as far apart as you want. So that just puts a little extra snow on there. And I also did it around my snowman. And I just filled in as much as I could around it. And just kind of keep the edges. You know, a little background. Oops, almost. Let's just give a little bit right there. Maybe just a hair up there. There we go. And now let's do our envelope. Whoops. And I'm just going to go down the side of it too. Go. Now let's sit here and put our card together. So we're through with our envelope. So now we're going to fold, and it's always good to fold on the where it really creased good. That way, because it's already kind of being put under pressure. So let's do that. Our bond folder. There we go. Looks good. See, just make sure you put it back the way you had it. There it is. This is going to go on this side. Use our snail. Or not. I thought I'd moved that out of the way earlier, and I guess I put it right back up on my table. And just if you keep this folded, you can kind of line it up where you've got them, at least the side panels are the same. There we go. Super cute. And you could always just add more if you wanted to, but I really like the way that looks. So now we're going to attach this to our other panel. Put that on the inside. There we go. Okay, now to attach this, I'm going to use my dimensionals. Now I'm only going to put it, because I want this to be here, so I'm going to just layer on here on one side. Instead of just moving them all over, I'm just going to put them down one side. Oops. Let's go ahead and get our inside frame before we completely forget about it. There we go. That's fast enough. Let's get this. And this really, I've always loved snowmen, so I was really excited to see that this was in the annual catalog. And there's some snowman in the new holiday catalog. So if you need a catalog, the holiday or the annual, please just email me, send me a private message, and I will get one to you for free. So just, you line it up where you think you want it. And I like mine right there. And then there you go. What a cute card. And it just looks like it's been snowing on it. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to move it around. I don't know if you can see the glitter. The Winkestella. If you need to buy anything from me, you can go to LoriMorlock.stampinup.net. Here are my instructions. You can find all this in the new catalog, the new annual. And just check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Instagram. Look me up on YouTube and follow me and share with all your crafty friends. And we'll see you soon. Y'all have a nice day. Bye.